Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose of the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with power plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feel it. Thinking the players, they all never time you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just supposed to live. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, is another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. Let's fucking go. We whoop a bookie's ass. Ah, this is just kidding. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pigs. We about to go big. We about to go big.
Just cash.
About to go big. Kill him with the prize pig. About to go big. Kill him with the prize pigs.
Yo. What's good? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back. You already know what time it is. It's time for a little bit of Just Cash. What's up? What's underrated? How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, man. Pretty good. I must say, I'm a little angry at Underdog because they limit accounts way too fast these days, and so when I find a play I really like now, I have 3 accounts and they're all limited to $25. So I have to figure out combinations to get the right amount. It's trash. So that pissed me off a little bit today. So I got to get my 4th account. Besides that, I mean, if I could take that out of my mind and just throw it over here, that frustration, everything's great. You fucking killed it yesterday. You killed it the day before. The live betting was half okay yesterday. Day before, we almost pretty much swept. So I can't be mad, man. I mean, I could get mad about Underdog accounts, but I mean, I shouldn't. So let's go. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing fantastic. Today has just been, honestly, the last couple of days, but the last 24 hours were just insane. I mean, another sweep on the docket. We hit 3 out of our 3 top plays posted, and even hit the mid-tier lean. As you said, live betting could have been a little bit better, but hey, honestly, we will always take that trade-off. If the pregame bets are doing fantastic, the live bets miss, that's okay. And vice versa on a day like today, where the live bets were immaculate last time on this lighter work slates. But yeah, man, I mean, it was a great weekend. I had an amazing day yesterday. Your boys got a couple shots in them already, so I am pre-celebrated and ready to turn up for the rest of the day. I'll keep it a buck with you. Today's probably going to be pretty light work overall, so we'll be looking out for live bets and whenever they drop the rest of the props for tomorrow. But yeah, man, we got a rematch game between Vegas traveling out to Golden State. So before we get too far into it, if you guys do us a huge favor, I see we already have a lot of fam in here. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Help us grow the channel, fight the algorithms, and be a part of the best WNBA crew around. Dare I say?
Nah, bro. Goats.
Oh, it's been nice, man. I like being a winner. I like seeing those accounts getting fat, nice healthy green slips, and honestly, the biggest part though, let me continue for a second. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. But the biggest thing's going to be check out the Discord. Still running a 7-day free trial for that down below, so make sure you guys check it out. And I say that because we had a pretty insane day overall, a plethora of sports yesterday. I saw Big DZ, shout out to him in the Discord, had an amazing soccer day. Coached really solid baseball again with the locks there. And we had a bunch of different collabs between the different sports. So it was great, man. Yesterday was fat for money. So hopefully you guys were in there and got a piece of that.
Yesterday, the whole weekend, Flex Friday, you hit the 10x with the WNBA. Like, WNBA, man, it started out tough, started out inconsistent, new players, new teams on different teams, new coaches. There was a bunch of bullshit. It was difficult. Everyone could feel it, no matter what channel you looked at or who you talked to. It was just crazy. But now, it's coming around, man. It's feeling like WNBA days of old. More rules. And the cool part is, when you go through shit like that, you develop new rules and you don't really notice, but you're actually getting better. By going through that shit, you're getting better. You're learning what is, has a better chance of hitting. How losing feels and how you bounce back from that is a huge thing too. It's a mental game. So getting through that, and people say the struggle makes you stronger. Exactly the same, bro. It's exactly the same. So here we are.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And there's a statistic is some high percentage of players always give up before they strike it rich. So you never know. You never know when God's got a blessing for you right around the corner. It could just fall into your lap, and all you got to do is just be in the right place at the right time. So giving yourself the opportunity to win is a huge thing in this sport. Even if it's the smallest edge you can have, just having an edge in general is huge.
Right. And Big Two's here. He says, let's fucking go.
Let's go. Big Two with the first half. Goodness, man. We talked about a lot of the plays, too. Some from yesterday, I believe Ari McDonald was the only one that missed from our first half lines, and she hooked by 0.5. So had a nice cook up for the early cashes. We had a lot of first quarter props, too, which was amazing. And man, I had a metric ton of Big Camilla yesterday, and it was so nice. Oh man, 12 points in the first half. Let's go.
I love it, man. And the confidence is what it was too. You guys put enough money on the different plays, and they all came through. It makes the next day feel that much better. Kev T says he even hit on a triple dub bet the other day with AT, and he posted it too. And he said, "Look at this, guys. Play this." And it was a 3-point-something X, and then he added something else and it had a crazy parlay. And said, "Yep, bingo." So, man, that Discord be making money, man, especially this week. Woo-wee. K Rogers, what's up, dude? He says, Gabby sold me out on a big day. Oh, Gabby.
Yeah, what did Gabby end with, actually? Because I kind of stopped watching that game after a little bit. What's she in with? 9 points. Man, 9 points. I told you, bro, that 12.5 under was a interesting look. I mean, this is just a tougher matchup for her, but we'll say shout out to Big Gabby. I mean, she's been a little engine that could, so look out for low lines for this next game. I am honestly just curious, who does Seattle play next? Ooh, Vegas. That's not a bad bounce back game for her.
You know what?
Not a bad one.
You know, it's funny when I'm sitting there, and it's like I was saying before, it's a mental thing. It totally is. The more experience, the more rules you make for yourself, the more you get through hard times and ride the wave through and keep your confidence level up. Same with that type of play, like how you said. Gabby is a consistent player for the most part. I mean, for WNBA standards, she's up there, top half at least. Her PRA is usually half decent. Her fantasy with all those steals. She has an off game. She doesn't do well for you. Cool. If her line goes down and you believe in her, you just hit it on the next game. It's overall, you're still good. You get a better line next time.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, we'll have to see how she acts with Sykes now in the rotation. I'm genuinely curious how they're going to play this one out. But yeah, gotta love Gabby, man. She's been really consistent for us so far this season. So it's going to happen. You'll find landmines every now and again, but we'll find a little something here today. Like I said, just keeping it 100 with y'all. Today is going to be a little bit more light work as far as the pregame bets. I got some pretty saucy ones for you, so we're going to talk about a few here, but honestly, not the biggest fan of either of these teams this season. They've both been kind of a mess, especially recently for Golden State. Losing Thornton has been somewhat of just a disaster class for this team, but we're still waiting on injury news. Both Tiff Hayes and Xanda Lacini today. In Vegas, man, I just don't know if I can still trust them on the road because their metrics right now are so bad. But we'll see. Yeah. We shall see.
Oh, Vegas is such a strange team now. Oh my goodness. Silver said he's banning poor what's her name? Gabby. Poor Gabby. He's banning her. But it's understandable if you feel that way. Yeah, ban him for a while. Make some rules. That's how you get better, I think. And 3 times is here. And he wants the best bets, please, sir. And I know you're about to get into those best bets. He said, good evening, everyone. What's up, 3 time? And then You Broke What You Doing has a bunch of things there. Let me let you get into what you got, and then I'll get back to his question here. Or not question, but plays he has.
Yeah, man. And I know I'm sure a lot of questions will probably come out of for tomorrow's slate. So we'll briefly touch on that today and take a look at the board, because I do think there's a couple of props that could be subject to seeing some bumps, at least from Prizepicks standard. The line adjustments shouldn't be too bad, but with this being a later game, we'll see kind of how that works. I wouldn't expect too much money coming in necessarily for tomorrow just yet, but as we inch closer towards this evening slate, we will probably get a little bit. But keep in mind, again, I will remind for the last time, tomorrow is the trade deadline, so we could see a couple of surprises. Really just kind of keep some stuff in the back pocket. We'll take a look at, I think, a few goblin plays for tomorrow as well. That way, if we have news, we can react to it. Like Citron yesterday, I mean, even though she had a pretty terrible first half, she still came through for us in a big way and ended up clearing any kind of bumps too. So if we can wheel some upside from injury news, we will definitely take advantage of it. And the best place for you guys is going to be, again, in the Discord. We can only type, screenshot, and make stuff, posted publicly so fast. So being in there is going to be where the number one drops and first news is, and all that stuff's going to be. So check it out. Come in, say hey, what's up with us. But without further ado, let's talk about today's game. We got a interesting one, to say the least. 4th and final game between Golden State and LA. We had 2 really ugly games, LA getting beat on the road. We had an insane game with over 200 points scored, and I'm not sure how to feel about that, as well as a rematch game where Vegas gave them the business on their back-to-back. So not really sure what to think about this game. I would love to see Tiffany Hayes play to hopefully keep the game a little bit more competitive. But so far with her being out and Kayla Thornton, this team's just been a mess. I mean, coach is running like a 10-player rotation. We're seeing everyone really play kind of flat minutes across the board, even in spots that you would assume, like Fag Bentley being able to play heavy minutes. That was not the case. So personally, I don't know if I can trust anybody here. I mean, Burton, and I want to even, I don't even want to think about playing Burton, but Burton's probably the closest person to playing, really secure minutes. Should be right around that 30 marker, but I would like her a little bit more if Tiffany Hayes sat. But honestly, man, it's so hard to trust these players. I'm even considering playing Carla for possibly like the best play for this team, and I don't know how I feel about that, to keep it honest with you. So we'll keep an eye out for the news. If we do get news, Carla would be an interesting play, and Burton as well. Oh my goodness. My typing skills are kind of shit right now. But yeah, Carla would be a real interest. Coaches seem to really give her a green light as far as the shooting attempts and overall volume so far with Hayes being out. So keep an eye out for her. Her props have been pretty low. I think she's at 9.5 points right now on the books, if I'm not mistaken. So that'd be something very much so in consideration. I think Prizepicks has her at 10 flat. So you get the push factor with it, but still not even a bad look. I like the overall just field goal volume whenever the coach lets her play. So that's something that's been really, really interesting. Games with Hayes out, typically she's right around double-digit shooting attempts. So something to consider there. But honestly, man, I'm hard-pressed to play anything from Golden State today. So I'll keep that just in general rule of thumb. If you find something that really sticks out for you, go for it. But other than that, man, I might be pairing stuff up for tomorrow. I don't even think the Goblins are safe, some of these players too. So really, really hard pressed to find any kind of value here. But while we digress, let's talk about Vegas. I think they got a couple of plays that are really interesting today. So a few of them being, one, they gave us Chelsea Gray at 0.5 blocks again. We talked about this last time, just being honestly a weird prop for her to have. It is a nerfy sweat, so I get it. But look at the games so far they had this season. She did have 0 in all 3 games. And it's not really a great block spot. I mean, look at the players that she's going to have to shoot against. Burton, pretty good about drawing fouls, but also good about having separation between her shot and field goal attempts. And then some of the other guards, if Tiffany Hayes plays, I would maybe kind of put it as like 65, break between a split. But if Hayes is out, I think honestly a 70-30 split for her. Not hitting this much at all so far this season, 62% staying under, and matchups not giving me anything enticing here. So big pace down too. Golden State is playing at a snail's pace. So something just, again, it's an nerfy look. She can fall into a random block from time to time, but on-court matchup looks pretty solid. So I don't mind that for an under. And I know you like a good under.
Oh, yes. Unders are my favorite. But when it's 0.5, I mean...
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. It's definitely a bit of a sweat, but funny enough, last time we brought this up on stream, it was something that was completely sweat free. So you do also, I will say, wheel the potential upside of either side getting blown out here for this game. So if we do get that, I'd feel really great about it, but hard to predict that pre-flop. Right. Man,
you broke what you're doing comes with some interesting stuff. Yesterday, I believe he says here, SUPR 11.5 easy, Plum 15 easy, Page 8 boards easy. 8 boards? Page had 8 boards? Thomas under 15 points and over the assists easy. I remember that from the stream. That was dope. And then Smash Live Cardoso and Kiki under fantasy. We were on the Kiki under fourth quarter too. Big Two pointed that out. That was a good one. And he won 1.3K last night. So that's dope. Congratulations.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah, I remember the 18 under points. That was definitely something that we had a lot of interest in. That 15 and a half was pretty steep.
Yeah, I swear I saw it at 16 and a half even somewhere. K. Roger says Burton Young assist combo looks solid in Asia RA/fantasy. So Asia RA and fantasy, she has been not Asia lately. I've seen people clowning her about Bam. She's turning into Bam now because they're dating or something. I don't know. So Burton assist, Burton Jackie Young assist combo, and Asia RA or fantasy, or either one. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't mind the assist call. I think it has somewhat of a push factor to it, but I mean, Jackie Young, as you can see, I do have her in the queue for the 4.5 assists. I think it's a pretty strong lean play. Hate to pay out on Prizepicks, but it's still reasonable on books. Yeah, I mean, both of these players are still having pretty high usage as far as just overall assist rating. Jackie is more, I think, solidified, but Burton has a higher upside for this particular matchup. So even though she only had 3 assists this last game, she still had over, I believe it was a 33% usage rating this last game. I can actually tell you here in just a second. And really the only person that she was competing with was a bench player, so I'm not too overtly concerned about that. I like it. We just need players to get 4 quarters of basketball here. That was the only, honestly, Achilles heel of this last game is it ended up being such a blowout. And the only scary factor is mostly 2 players. I will say I'm not as in love with her assist if Carla ends up starting and there's no Tiffany Hayes. But if we do get Tiffany Hayes and Carla goes back to the bench, I do like our Burton upside. We've seen it very consistent so far. That would be my only warning. I think this Fag Bentley here at 40%, that's totally fake. That's not a normal thing for her. But Chin off the bench, she is somewhat a thorn in the side because she does play the filler minutes between the point guards. So something to consider, but assuming we get 4 quarters of basketball for our players here, right around 30 minutes, Burton's been really solid. And Jackie, she's been proven. I probably trust her assist and playmaking a little bit more than I do her scoring. But yeah, man, honestly, the assist combo, I don't mind that at all. Now, Asia's kind of an interesting one. So I did have one solid look for her today, which I'll talk about in a second. Her first half rebounds at 4.5 was very interesting, but we did see her be pretty consistent as far as rebounds in 2 out of the 3 games. I do like the ceiling effort that I saw. 14, 16 rebounds is very impressive, but the first game was kind of weird, so I'm not sure honestly how to feel about that. They threw a lot of doubles at her the first time and it ended up kind of working out. They slowed her down, and Golden State is still allowing the least amount of points in the paint over the last month, right ahead of Phoenix. So they should limit her somewhat here, but I do like the try hard and the effort from Asia. She's a little bit more back and forth on the road as this, Vegas team is in general, but I don't mind it. I think the assist could be sneaky upside for her today, but they do need Asia to, be averaging right over 20 points a game in order for them to win the game or stay competitive. So sometimes she's just annoying with passing the ball because, you look at who she's passing to and it's like, Chelsea Gray and Kirsten Bell. But her and Jackie have a good connection. So as long as Jackie's playing well, I don't mind that.
Big Jackie. Triple-double the other day. Craziness. Kevin T says Jewell first half props. Or under. I'm sorry. Under Jewell first half props. What do you think about under Jewell? Scary?
Jewell's a tough man. Yeah, she's really tough because it's just such a prime three-point matchup. And, I mean, honestly, that's really all she's been good for is just taking a lot of threes. I mean, you look at this last game, she hit 7 threes on them. So I'm a little bit worried about that. There's definitely a lot of upside. And with her going back to the bench role, she's been a lot. She's not competing for any kind of usage because she gets time off the floor with, Asia on the bench. She gets a little bit with Jackie on the bench. So it's really just all about her threes, man. I think you could definitely take a dabble with her today to take some like first half under full game like potential stuff. Her threes are only at 1.5 today. I know you're not the biggest fan of 3-point made, but 1.5 is really, really low for this matchup. And honestly, even her points, dude, she's at 9.5 points today. That's so low, man. I know the minutes are still in the mid 20s, but usage rating is just crazy for her right now.
You said what now first half? 9 points?
No, her full game points are only at 9.5, so like her props are super low.
Yeah. I haven't been following her that much, but I know she went off a few. Was that the last game? She had 27 points? Okay.
Yeah, this is a turnaround rematch for them.
Wow. Those points are low.
27 points, so that's pretty crazy. And like I said, she's doing her damage mostly from 3. I mean, last game she had 7 threes made. Second game she had 3 threes made. And then the first one, I would say goldfish this game because Vegas just played atrocious the whole time. But yeah, man, she is a tough click. I'm not going to lie. I even had her some consideration for the over because this 9.5 points is just so low, dude.
My rule with unders that I love so much is if a player's like Jewell that has that potential, like you can see her 20-point games, we know Jewell. Those aren't the players to go under. They just randomly can go off and it just kills you. It hurts. So, I mean, unless the lines are so ridiculous, it makes sense. But most of the time, these type players aren't the under players. Just from doing these head-to-heads too. Like the main thing is find a player with no ceiling. Those are those unders to hit.
Yeah, man. And another thing that kind of threw me off about her too is even though she is still coming off the bench, I mean, she's only seen kind of a slight reduction as far as her minutes go in the first half. I mean, she still played basically 13 minutes of the 20 minutes in the last couple games. So her it's just her usage rating. Like she's getting time with some of the star players off the court. So her coming in as a spark plug off the bench is, I mean, they were really hoping this was going to be a thing for her. So it looks like, honestly, it is going to be moving forward. And until one of the other decent usage players like Tyus Parker, or somebody else comes back, she might just not be competing for much at all from the bench unit.
That's what I've been noticing too. She's better off the bench. She gets more usage off the bench. She shoots more off the bench. She looks to score more off the bench. So it's a scary under. I mean, I know we did it the first day she got benched and it did work out. But, I mean, her lines are so low now. That's a little scary. E2's here. What you laughing at, E?
Laughing about comments. Loving you guys. Loving you guys.
Fag Bentley under PRA, Christian says. And Drew says he's printing money this week. Love y'all. There we go, bro. That's what
Indeed, man. Hell yeah.
Love to hear it. All right, Fag Bentley.
The Fag Bentley under I can get behind because they can still get away with having, essentially one center for Golden State. I don't mind that. They are still somewhat shorthanded as far as depth, so she is priced into a little bit of minutes there, but a very difficult matchup. She's going to see all the Asia in the world, and if it is a blowout game, we know Golden State does not mind going small and closing with that scrub squad, so she will definitely sit a large majority of the fourth quarter if it gets down to the wire.
Scrub squad? LeBron Glazer, what up, dude? He says, Jackie fantasy points.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I still don't mind some kind of exposure to Jackie. If I had to pick between the two of Asia or Jackie, I'm leaning Jackie. We did play her the other day. We took her PA, I think it was an alt or something like that, but she was at least for the honorable mentions in the write-up. Great 3-point upside again. I mean, same thing for Jewell here. Only thing with Jackie is her RA and the assists in particular have been very consistent. So I do like that overall. Obviously, Asia was humming this last game, and she had a lot of connects with her. So maybe we come back down to earth a slight bit if they throw doubles at Asia early. But I still like the scoring upside for her. I mean, she did also clear her blocks and steals in this matchup. So really the only thing I would say, kind of sweating her turnovers in general. But whenever she does get the minutes, she's been pretty solid. It is somewhat of an adjusted line, so do keep that in mind. I don't think there was there's a little bit of difference. So it looks like Underdog actually has a better value at 30.5. Let me refresh to make sure I'm not old, but yeah, 30.5. So if you're going to play her, Underdog looks like it's going to be your better value. Her first half as well, I will say, is a little bit more consistent. They're just essentially a 1-2 punch between her and Asia most games in their first half. Last game she got there, first game I believe she missed from turnovers, but Jackie's an interesting one, man. I like her on paper, I like her, but does Vegas show up today? It's the only question.
Right. Man, Jackie's been coming through for sure. Silver says, do you like Loyd for 2 threes?
I do. Yeah, we briefly touched on that whenever we were mentioning her earlier, but I think it's still just a really low sweat for her. All in all, the best upside any player is going to have today versus Golden State is going to be the 3-point made. So, just kind of go show you guys here over the last month. Golden State is still allowing the most 3 points per game, albeit Vegas not really shooting a whole hell of a lot of them, but Jewell Loyd, that's basically her one and only job now, so I don't mind it. I believe Prizepicks had it up earlier as well. Yeah, still up at 1.5, so either one of those I think is fine. I will say I do like her ability to get to the free throw line just a tad here in this matchup. Some of their bench players are a little high foul prone, but 9.5 points really slow. For a full payout, 1.5 threes, at least on Prizepicks, this was a solid look.
Cool. Limited times 10. That reminds me of how bunk sportsbooks are for limiting. It's like it gets to the point, bro, where the hard part is how to get accounts and how to get money in on certain plays. That's when I guess it's a good thing, but it frustrates me. But that's the thing. It's like that's the number one thing: how to get accounts and get your money in on the right plays. And when it comes to that, boy, these sites, man, pussies. Anyways, limited times 10. What's up, guys? What do you think about Chelsea Gray 7.5 points over?
They're pretty low. I mean, if you can get 7.5, I would assume, yeah. It's only it's a goblin on Prizepicks, or you can straight bet it on DraftKings. Yeah, the 7.5 is extremely low for her. I mean, she was someone that we had talked about here at great length for this Minnesota matchup, because they did open her, I believe, at 8.5 points, which even the 8.5 still has an extremely high hit rating. It's only a 1-game difference here, as you can see. So 7.5, I'm way more interested in. The shot volume still, a little suspect from game to game. But we did see Kirsten Bell kind of cool off, and with Evans in the bench unit, sometimes it's kind of hard to rely on her for that. So I like the hit rating. I like the consistency for the most part, and historic matchup is, pretty solid. 2 out of 3 games so far this season, only missed by a bucket, basically. So if you can get the 7.5, yes. 8.5, half unit, maybe.
It's so funny, man, how the aces have fallen. Like, we used to play Chelsea Gray at like 14.5 points, and we were like, yeah, over, bro. She balls in this good game. I remember last year, close game, she balls. Yeah, PRA over. Oh, now we're just looking for her unders, or her lines are so low, you can go, maybe we can go over. Damn, Chelsea Gray. Christian Riley says under Salon PRA. That's interesting. How's she been? I know she's we've gone under her live a couple of times, and that's been nice. And she did get us one time. So what's she gonna do today, you think? All these injuries and shit. It's only 16 minutes. What was that about?
I mean, mostly just a blowout, and coach kind of ran a deep bench. So that is something that she is somewhat of a product of just this offense in general. Is she can lose out on minutes because coach just plays a really flat rotation. She's not necessarily a designated big, but she is a stand-in big right now while Billings is out. But even that, I mean, in a close game, I will warn you, she does play an unhinged amount of minutes. Like if it's close, she will play 34, 37, 35 minutes. But in a blowout situation, the coach is very keen to keep her in the low 20s, if that. I mean, we see 23, 25 minutes here, and even the 19 minutes, some of these games here. So it's not like she's guaranteed any kind of minutes here. I would love her under a lot more today if we get at least Xana Lassini playing, because she is somewhat of a switch off, like a small forward. She can play as a power forward, but they would like to play her as a small forward. But at least her playing would eat up some of the minutes and some of the guarantee that she should not get a full run here. So keep that in the back pocket. I would not mind the under. It is a mega pace up for this team, so that is something to consider. But not an easy matchup. I mean, Alyssa Smith's still playing pretty decent ball. Can't fault her for much there. And her three-point volume also something that's just wildly all over the place. Because we saw her whenever she got the spot start that she was taking a lot of attempts here to begin. And then it seems like some of that's starting to taper off a little bit. So I don't know if those are directly tied to the minutes, because those have been a bit back and forth too. But if she's not hitting her threes, I mean, her overall efficiency has been kind of suspect. So I don't mind it, honestly. Not a good rebounding spot for her either.
Nice. What is her line?
It is, let's see, we got 16.5 PRA, 20.5 fantasy. That's interesting. I know this one she's been staying under. I would probably stay away from the field goal attempts. These get a little scary sometimes, but yeah, man. I mean, honestly, a lot of her props are pretty well live for an under. No, I take that back. The 3-point attempts, leave this one alone. This one's scary. Field goal attempts, don't mind that. Man, the combo, we took this last time, remember, bro? She ended with like 2 rebounds, and Asia stayed way under her rebounds. But
the rebound combos. I love under rebounds in general. That they always have such a nice feel to them whenever you find them in the right spots. And those defensive rebounds you've been looking at lately, maybe tomorrow we'll have some more. But what do you think? The under combo or no? Asia can just go off. Randomly.
I mean, it's all Asia. I think, honestly, we're sweating here. So I still don't mind either the PRA or the fantasy outright. I mean, it's the touch high, but I would keep these in the back pocket if we find out, like I said, if Xana Lassini's playing at least, I'd feel a lot better about it.
These are the type of ones live when she scores 4 points and we're in the end of the first quarter and they have her live at 12.5 and you go under. Those are those ones. So we'll be watching for that too.
We did get a little bit of news for tomorrow real fast. Just kind of give you guys a quick filler, but Atkins, Michaela, and Atkins is questionable, and then Michaela and Haley Van Lith are probable for tomorrow. And then for Atlanta, we got Ryan Howard doubtful, Griner doubtful, and Maya Caldwell already ruled out. So Atlanta's going to be pretty short on players tomorrow. This is going to be a fun game.
Nas Hillman. She's looking like a real player in this league lately.
Yeah, man. And Brianna Jones, too. They're going to be real short-handed.
30 minutes coming up. That's what they usually...
Sweet.
That's usually all they need is the minutes. All right, cool. Big 2 says Asia's going to go crazy tonight again? Question mark? Asia?
I mean, Asia can go crazy any night, honestly. I never doubt her talent. It's just how much does Golden State want to sell out to throwing double teams at her? I got to imagine if we were to consider an under tonight, Asia would be the prime suspect just because how much damage she did to them in the first quarter of this last game. The coach is not going to have that, man. I mean, if anybody else beats him, great on them. But I think Asia will get the most amount of double teams today.
Makes sense. Now, are we going to spam the Asia second half PRA unders like we've been doing, or do we have something to look for to try to do that. Because lifestyle, when we watch Asia, if she balls out in the first half and she goes to that next level, like you just said, the coaches aren't going to have that in the second half. Then her unders in the second half are amazing. So what are we looking for Asia, at least today? Do you got to see kind of how it works first before you make up your mind? Or do you think second half unders feel good already?
Honestly, I mean, I think the second half look is still very viable because they've continued to open her lines at, like 17, 18 and a half PRAs. So it is up there. And I wouldn't be surprised after this last game, how bad she cooked them. They maybe not have it adjusted still, but somebody who I think we could definitely keep an eye out for her live lines today. Because if, we know if she's not doing her most damage in the first quarter, second quarter, she sits a decent chunk of it. And then the second half has kind of been suspect. So live betting should be totally fine for her today. But if we see that those double teams coming early, oh yeah, let's get some unders.
Cool. Perfect. So that's what we'll be looking out for in the Discord. Jump in the Discord, guys, if you want to live bet with us. Shit's fun. Big Two says Vegas money line. What does that mean? 1 through 4th quarter dubs? What does that mean? I'm not sure what that means. Big Two, can you explain that, or do you know what he means?
I believe there's a bet I think there's a bet you can take where they basically are winners at the end of every quarter.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Then I was like, but they're playing the dubs. No, they're not. They're playing the Warriors. No, they're not. They're playing the Valkyries. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Big Two, let us know, bro. Too many joints, bro. Too many dabs, all that. Christian says Hayes RA. Hayes is, she's scary. Woo-hoo-hoo. Damn, she did nothing last game. But
yeah,
RA.
she's a little scary. I mean, this last game, to be expected, it is Washington. They're still allowing the least amount of rebound or least amount of assist, and they were very, very tough scoring wise on her. I don't mind the 6.5. 6.5 is the threshold for her. Anything over this, I think, is very, very difficult. The assist upside is still pretty decent for her. And I believe she cleared this the last game too that they played, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she had 5 assists on them. So the rebounding a little bit back and forth. The assists, I think in this matchup and pace, she's good for 4 assists, but you're kind of just sweating the rebounds there. Does she have a 3 rebound game, or is it like a 2 rebounds? It seems like it's either 2 or it's 4, somewhere in between those.
He's rough. Plus, I think she got hurt last game, so she only played 20 minutes. Or I don't know if that was that game or not. But yeah, okay. Yeah, she's one of those ones, man. Up and down. She can go off, can't take her under. She can do nothing, can't really take her over. I don't know. That's how I look at her, anyways. Big Two says first quarter money line, second quarter money line, third quarter money line, fourth quarter money line. Big Two. He says blowout makes sense. Team totals under ? Big Two's trying to do things that are like, Big Two's trying to be like, trying to still do these spreads and money lines and stuff. This dude.
I mean, it's definitely interesting. I don't know, man. It's just so hard to predict because they've had some wildly different games. I mean, you had Vegas put up over 100 that one game. The second game they put up over 100, and then the first one, Golden State almost went for 100. So, I mean, it seems like one team is basically pushing 100 by themselves, and then is it competitive? Because if it is, the other team's probably pushing a solid 90 almost. But then if it's not competitive, you're looking around 70 points here. So I don't know, man. That's a wild difference between the 3 games.
Knock it off, Two. Quit with these plays, bro. We don't want money lines. We don't want totals. Knock it off, bro. Just kidding. Keep with the questions coming. It's fun to talk about all this stuff just to see what happens. Young Rich Malley says, and thank you for bringing this up. He says, by the way, Salon flagrant 2-foul Jewell and got booted out last game. So I didn't remember that part of looking at her minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot they had who they have. They had somebody start. I remember seeing that news though. So and so started for her in the second half.
And we're at 21 likes, guys. We need 4 more likes on this slow day, 1 game, but if we can get to 25. Whoever hits that 25th like gets good luck today. And I mean, 25 gets us all a little good luck too. But whoever hits that 25 is really, 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 really good luck. But don't stop from hitting the 22. Hit the likes, guys. It'll help us. Appreciate you. All right, E, are we pretty much done here? Or, oh, here we go. Silvern says, give me the dream spread, Sparks spread, alt them down to be safer. That's free. Okay, now, anything with spreads alting down and saying free? Come on, bro. Ain't nothing free when it comes to spreads and money lines this year. Not even close.
Not this year.
Nah, man. It's
Wild West.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But do you like his angle? You see where he's coming from with that dream spread, spark spread.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it makes sense. Even with the injury news for the Dream, I mean, they should be able to single-handedly handle business with Chicago. The Sparks, I like them quite a bit at home, so I never mind that. In this matchup, I mean, nothing too scary. If Connecticut upsets them at home, I would be quite astonished. So I don't mind that at all.
E2 says, forgot to hit the like. My bad. E2, you've been gone so long, bro. And then you come back and forget to hit the like. Oh no, bro. I'm gonna have to ban you, bro. Just kidding. Thomas B.
Well,
what's up?
No, let's do that question because I think we already talked about briefly. We'll kind of circle with that. I got two quick plays for you guys just to at least keep on the radar for tomorrow. We're not sure if it's official posted yet, but we're at least going to talk about it before any kind of value moves. So,
okay.
What was the next one?
Veronica Burton assists, Thomas Boyd says. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
You.
What's going on, man? What's going on? New faces in here. Love to see it every single day. Burton assist. So if she was at 4.5, I would definitely be a lot more in love with it. I will say DraftKings, at least shout out to them. They are offering an optimal line for that. You might have to parlay it with something else, but 4.5 would be, I think, honestly, the sweet spot for her. Prizepicks, was she at 5 flat?
And whoever hit that like,
so I'm using
25. Good luck to whoever that was. Just want to throw that out there. Go ahead, Eve. Sorry.
Let's go. Prizepicks, you could still consider it at 5. I might honestly push off if you're going to be playing there to go towards the assist combo a little bit more between her and Jackie. Burton's fine though. I mean, we just need the minutes. Like I said, if Hayes is playing and available, I like it a little bit more. Whenever Hayes sits out, it kind of muddies up the rotation. Some of the bench players can be a pain in the ass. So just keep an eye out for the injury news. We should get that. It is a later game, so we might not get that for another hour or two, but keep an eye out for that, and we'll make some moves after that.
All right. Date says Prizepicks wouldn't work with this list, would it? I think he's talking about the list you had up before, maybe.
That one kind of honestly depends on slate to slate. Sometimes we do find a lot better value on Prizepicks. Like I will say, one of the plays that is we're going to talk about here in a second is available on Prizepicks. The only thing that sucks about Prizepicks is they just, unfortunately, anytime any kind of a play is over minus 120 or 125, they tend to bump it by 0.5. So sometimes the value has a really short window on there. If you have other options like Bovada, Fliv, if you're in any kind of a book betting site where you can get, FanDuel, DraftKings, anything like that, maybe move towards them a little bit more than Prizepicks. But Prizepicks sometimes has good value, like the combos or the turnovers or blocks or steals. Usually we're looking at something linear where it's only offered on a small amount of sites, like any of those secondary props. Or say like fantasy. Fantasy is another huge thing.
Right. Yeah, they have their specialty plays that make it fun. But for the most part, a lot of the normal plays, as you would say, points, assists, rebounds, PRA, etc., those are usually better value. Other sites. Which is important, because if you're making 1 million bets, man, 10 cents matters on every bet, man. It adds up. So don't just be lazy.
Oh, for sure. And sometimes, it can really stack up because, say if you had a lesser payout but a more guaranteed to hit on, we'll say Plum, for example. Like Plum is going to go to 6 assists tomorrow. I'm going to promise you that right now. It is 100% going to move to 6 assists tomorrow. But that difference from not only... Some people might be like, oh, it's only a half point. Like, no, you need the half point in order to not lose, but you still need a point on top of that in order to win. So whenever they make bumps like that, it's not just a 0.5. Like they're bumping that basically an entire point on top of you. And for the linear props like points, rebounds, assists, any stuff like that, where you need exactly what you need, bumping that by a point is totally different, like completely different.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and also if it's a 5.5 or a 2.5 and it moves a half point, that's a huge difference compared to like a 30 PRA moving to a 30.5 PRA. You got to remember that too.
Yeah.
That's a huge. So
I mean, just take this here on your screen for example. So like if we have Plum when she moves to 6 assists, that only gives us a 40% hit rating, and you still need another assist on top of that. So inherently 7 assists. So we go from a 30% hit rating, which is what Prizepicks is going to have tomorrow, down back to the 5.5 line here, which is a 63% hit rating. Like that is night and day difference. So keep an eye out for that. If they're bumping stuff by 0.5, me personally, I play on Prizepicks on Tuesday and Friday, and any other time they give me a discount, anything other than that, you can find better value elsewhere. I promise you guys.
Like you said, or for those little different plays or those different sports even. But yeah, WNBA, fantasy first half, combo plays. I guess they have first half on other sites now too. So yeah.
It's a lot easier when they don't have something to compare their lines to, whereas something like this where they just have unlimited resources to be like, oh, the line's moving, let's go ahead and adjust this and do this, and then they scam you. But let's talk about Plum real fast though, because I am curious to get your opinion on her. Man, she has been putting up some crazy levels.
Really crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on. Show me what's happening here.
Well, I was taking a look at the last couple of games now, and it seems like over this little stretch here, I mean, she's essentially averaging almost 40% assist rating. Oh my goodness, sorry, I got the hiccups. She's been averaging almost 40% assist rating for most of these games, and then here in the spike games, not even in great matchups. I mean, Indiana's not a matchup I would normally pick on, but she had a 50% assist rating this last game, as well as still being able to drop 25 points. So it's not like we're getting much of a trade-off in her production here, scoring upside and stuff like that. But looking at the last few games, I mean, we've had a clear-cut 1, 2, 3 punch between the entire Sparks teams, where it's been Plum at the top, Allemans right there in the mix, still kind of depending on the minutes, but Julie right there, and then Hamby way further underneath there. And again, another player we've seen pick up her scoring too. So they're running a ton of pick and rolls in this offense. Also having Brink back, it kind of cuts into some of the production that could be from the other players. She's not a big assist playmaker at all. So I like it, man. I mean, 70% over the last 20 games is pretty wild. 63 on the season as a whole is pretty good. But, oh, man, these last 10 games have been unreal. I mean, we're talking seven assists per game. It's pretty wild. Now,
why though? Is it because Sims is gone? Is Alaman? What's going on? Like, why lately has it been so crazy?
Well, the team's been winning, man. They were on like a 7-3 or 8-3 win streak here over a lot of these games, and they're just playing better basketball. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're winning games right now, and it hasn't been anything really to do with the matchups. They played a lot of tough opponents. I mean, we had Seattle, Indiana, Vegas, all these really formidable opponents. So the team's just playing really good basketball. And honestly, I think it also attributes to Rakia Jackson, who's really stepped back into her prime self. That's another capable scorer for the team. And then we've added, the chain smoker, Julie Van Loo off the bench. She's come out and hit some threes for this team. So we just got a lot of players that are scoring the basketball right now. And if teams continue to just throw a bunch of doubles at Kelsey Plum, she's fine with that, dude. She's hitting her threes. She's getting to the basket, but she's still playmaking. So I just think it's a low sweat. I know I will say she did burn us this game. I remember because I lost a shitload of money this day. I even had her alt assist at 4, and she did me so dirty. But bounce back game looked really good. It was a blowout, but she looked really good in this bounce back game.
So you think a lot of it has to do with just the team just playing better as a team, just from being together this long, maybe? I know Fivehead's been hitting all her shots. Hamby's been doing great. Like you said, Rakia balling. I mean, they have a squad, and they play 30 minutes or more, all of them too. So they get time in there together. So maybe that is what it is. Yeah, just all that time together.
So that, and then if you look at really just the last month, because we were talking about the game totals and just the team totals that they've been putting up. I mean, bro, look at this: 100 points, a 108. They had a 74 against them, so there was a dud in there. But 101, 101, 93. This team is averaging like almost NBA level scoring. I mean, we're pushing 95 a game right now over the last month. So a lot of that too has just, I mean, their pace, they're playing really good. They're scoring the ball right now.
Good for them. I like it. Plum has definitely got to that next level for me in my mind. I know she was always good, but I thought her on Vegas was just because they had to worry about the rest of the players. But seeing her this year, whoa, Kelsey Plum, respect from me. She's been balling.
It's been something else, man. So, yeah, I got to say, at least shout out to her. This one very much so in consideration. And then the other play, we played at this last slate. Aaliyah Boston, her rebounds. I'm really, really fingers crossed hoping they will move her down to 8.5. Looks like most of the sites have her at 9.5, but it's pretty heavy juice for the under so far. Prizepicks, I will say I could consider the 9 for the push factor. I feel pretty confident she can get 9 rebounds. She did have 12 this most recent meeting, but Indiana, man, I don't know what happened in this last game. They kind of fell apart in the second half there, so slight worry with them being on the road. Phoenix is playing some really good basketball, and we did see Satu Sabali actually show up to this last game, so kind of scary. It's kind of scary.
Dirty Reg says,
but 8.5, I think, would be mine.
Okay, cool. I was just going to throw out, Dirty Reg said people were laughing at him for his Sparks Futures picks at the beginning of the season. Now he's sitting back, smiling as good as they're playing. There you go.
Hey, they've been a fun squad, man. I know I was personally a little disappointed with them over their first month of basketball, but they're doing what they're supposed to be doing right now and playing some really good basketball.
K. Roger says, Thomas, RA or PRA?
The RA is still really interesting. I did have a lot of interest in her rebound upside for this particular matchup. We know Boston is a fairly high usage player. Looked really good. I mean, 15 rebounds the first game.
It's so good. Her line, oh man, she's good. She just every game balls out. Almost every game.
Oh, dude, it's been for real with her, man. I mean, every single game's just been phenomenal to watch. But her two props that were interesting. So her PRA is back down to 31. I think you can even get it at 30 on a few sites. Yeah, I think DraftKings might have it, or they did earlier today. The PRA is still fairly low. She's just doing so much in the RA department right now. Ideally, 16.5 is kind of my plateau for her. I'd rather not play her at 17 or 17.5. But, I mean, healthy pace, healthy total. Really just need Indiana to keep it close. I like the historic looks, though. I mean, this was something we were pretty jazzed about the last time. So, good rebounding upside. The assists kind of back and forth, but we did see some ceiling potential for that. So, I don't mind that. I don't mind that either way.
What do you think about the idea of like just from a betting perspective? You like the RA and you like the PRA the same, and you're like, which one should I do? Do you ever just split them? Just say, I'm just going to play both. I'm not going to play double the money, but I'm going to split my bet in half, put them on both. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, and I mean that's something, we do struggle with time to time, just being able to like what's our number one play for that particular player and where we're going to plant our flag. But sometimes, I mean, it's totally warranted. We just had somebody here recently where we ended up taking like a first half prop for them because just the hit rating was so ridiculous.
Was it Copper?
Yeah. So, I mean, Copper's a great example. Somebody who really consistent in doing the same thing like her. It was the first half. And then we got news breaking later on in the day where Satu was going to be out. And we're like, hey, let's also just take her straight up PRA because that's a line that hasn't been adjusted. And, this should be the ceiling effort for her. So, yeah, I think that's solely totally warranted. And honestly, it's a good betting strategy too, just to not necessarily hedge your bets, but don't double down on the same plays and the same stuff over and over.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. K. Rogers, like, because I see he's putting a emoji in there that makes it look like it's almost stressed out emoji. Like, and I feel you. Sometimes you're like, I don't know which one to do, but it might be good to just put half on both and be done with it. You know, because they can both hit. They could both hit. They could both miss. But at least you're not sitting there like, damn, I picked the wrong one. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, if you break even or lose just a couple bucks, that's a win. That's not a bad day.
Mm-hmm. With the chance of, I mean, if you're making a bet on her, it's a better chance they both hit than they both miss, for the most part, if you like to play.
Right. Yeah, man. I honestly think that's about it. I know we talked about most of the props in depth. The last one I just want to circle back to, because we only briefly talked about it, was this Asia first half, 4.5 rebounds. I thought was very, very interesting. It's only being offered on Underdog today. She's had a really good so far this season hit rating, 64. I'm not mad about, but also seeing that 100% in all 3 games, even in the game where she played like shit in the second half, she still was able to do it in the first half. So this was something very interesting. Even previous center / power forward stand-in centers had really high hit rating. I believe Ezzy was the only one that missed, and Camilla, because her line was at 5.5 first half, which is hella insane to begin with. But very high hit rating. I don't mind this one at all, but I don't have Underdog sad face.
You said hella like you lived in the Bay. I thought that was a Bay thing.
Is it? I mean, hey, technically I lived in a different bay.
So
not the Bay Area.
Gotcha. Limited time Sen says just cash. What's your thoughts on Asia 7.5 over rebounds? Hey, you're right there on Asia rebounds.
I'm talking about it right there. 7.5 rebounds. I'm assuming, was that a regular? Oh, it's got to be the defensive rebounds.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. Yep. It didn't say defensive. It says rebounds and then an O after it. So I figured over, but yeah, over defensive rebounds, I guess.
I might like just the straight up rebounds a little bit more, because she does offer some reasonable offensive rebounding upside. I mean, that's definitely something she can get up on. She was at 8 this last game, man. 8 was a real nice number. I don't mind it. I'd probably just be a little bit cautious with her, because if they sell out on just throwing double teams at her, she's gonna have a really, really difficult game. But it's in line for her. This is totally a reasonable prop.
Okay. K. Rogers says gonna join the Discord. Like what you guys are doing. Woo, let's go. Appreciate that, man.
Let's go, brother. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
The thing is, I mean, the Discord is just, we'll be up and down at times. It's betting, sometimes you go through streaks, but we're always going to figure out as a team how to win money in the end. Like, that's the point. We're going to profit. We're going to figure out ways. And if we do go through those streaks, we'll figure out ways as a team. So we're in the Discord like, man, I feel like I check the Discord every hour. Like, so just come through. We kick it, man. That's what we do. It's fun. Figure out ways to win together. If you got plays, throw them out. We talk them through, etc. all day long. We're on the stream for an hour, 45 minutes, but we're in the Discord like 24/7 almost. Thomas Bird said Gray over 1.5 threes. Must be Chelsea Gray over 1.5 threes.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. It's a great spot for her, man, but I just don't know how to feel about her over the last month. I mean, you would think with Loyd going to the bench that it would help her somewhat, but she's just not really pulling from 3 much right now. I mean, they're kind of just leaving that mostly to Jackie and Kirsten Bell. The points, if you're still looking for some scoring upside for her, I think the 8.5 and the 7.5 is totally doable. The 3s, though, I probably got to pass, honestly, man. I don't know if I could do it. There's
nothing wrong with that.
The attempts are way down.
Nothing wrong with passing.
Pass.
Nothing wrong with passing, because honestly, if someone likes to play and you don't like to play, or you want to pass on the play, nothing wrong with that. It's good. You want to hear other people's real opinions. It's just a play, right? Nothing personal. Hey, you don't like my mother. Yeah, but I feel some people have feelings about it. It's real. But yeah, hey, if you don't like it, pass. Pass. And if you don't love it, pass. You just got to love it. You got to love it. Because bookies are always going to get you. Got to love it.
Oh, 100%. And don't ever let me talk you guys off of any of your personal plays. You know, I will simply just give you my opinion on it, and at least we can bring up the stuff on here to kind of show you, you know, a more in-depth looking. So, you know, that play, for example, I think for me, the biggest thing that would scare me off is just we would need insane efficiency. Because, I mean, over the last, basically 20 games now, she's only averaging right at 3.5 attempts. So, I mean, you need somebody to shoot 2 out of 3, 2 out of 2, even the 4 attempts. Like, that's really asking a lot for a player to shoot 50% from 3. So just small stuff like that. You know, if she was shooting the ball a little bit more like she was at the beginning of the season, I was pretty gung-ho on it then, but it's just not enough meat on the bone here to make the juice worth the squeeze, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel it. Yeah. No, he said, okay, thanks. Yeah, Thomas, it's all good. Yeah, and hopefully, you know, that's just how I feel when I bring up plays to you. If you're like, I don't know, maybe, it just be like, don't even say that. Just say, nah, it sucks. Not even that it sucks, but if you don't love it right away, I don't want to pass. I already want to pass. Like, I'm looking to pass. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how you win.
Right.
The most rules and the most passes you can make, the better chance you have of finding the right play. So, no settlings.
Oh, it looks like they also bumped up Asia too, so she's at 8 defensive now.
There you go. Bumped up. Do they have that stuff on Underdog?
Not the offensive defensive. I don't think so. They just have first half stuff.
It's funny. Sometimes in live they have the rebounds and stuff. Did Azrae Stevens stay under that 4.5 rebounds first half? I think that was the play. Was it yesterday? That was an interesting one somebody brought up.
Good question. Let's take a look though.
Oh, yeah, you have to do the first half and all that. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, after that, I think we're good, man. Faith King says, hit the like on my girl. Hit the like on my girl. Hit the like on my girl. And both my kids' phones for you guys.
Asia?
Woo! Nah, he hit the like on his girl's phone and his kids' phones.
Oh, let's go.
Faith King, you the man. That is what's up, bro. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Azrae only had 3.
Okay, cool. So that stayed under too. Nice. Yeah, you guys come and play,
Yes, sir.
man. I love it. The chat has lots of good plays too to look into that we never would have seen. So love it, love it, love it.
100%, man. Alrighty. Well, I think we are gonna skedaddle on that. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta go to the bathroom pretty bad. I've been holding this in for a second, so I'm gonna get out of here. We'll again. Make sure you guys are part of the Discord. That's where we're going to have all the instant news, any kind of fast reactions. Trade deadline is tomorrow, and we're still waiting on Tiffany Hayes and Xander Lassini news for tonight. So keep an eye out for that. Underrated Big Dog, I appreciate it, man. We've had a hell of a last week now. Let's look to continue the streak going, and we're going to snap up some live bets today.
I know. I'm excited, man. The live stuff is fun. Sometimes it can backfire, but hey, that's what betting's about. I feel like it's a new thing. We're learning. We're going to keep it up, and we're going to see where it goes. But I think it has some nice potential. All right, then, man.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. Well, good luck tonight. We'll catch y'all in the Discord, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for 3 game slate. Peace.